Hey, Josie. Oh, you got,
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than
Hmm?
help the Inquisition.
Oh,
Anything
bummer.
else? She
Aw.
said she'd have us flogged alive if we
Uh,
allied with her brother.
oof.
That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention.
Oh, good.
You always do find the brighter side of things.
Hey. Oh, I love Liliana.
We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady
Ah.
Forsythia of Nevada, your worship.
Mm-hmm.
It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Can I help?
Can I do anything to help negotiations? Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Great. What? How did that just... I hope it doesn't wear on you. Yeah.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people can't be easy. It's no less intense than my days at court, Inquisitor, I assure you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
Discuss them with me.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me. I wouldn't wish to impose. If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Good point.
I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss.
Good, good, good.
Right on the parlor floor. In front of everyone at the soiree.
Oh my god.
Who does such a thing in front of their guests? The Duke of Kellington, apparently. And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Jennar still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt with that mustard taint on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
I guess. I didn't think about it a bit more. I don't think yeah.
It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice. You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
You needed a break.
You've been working continually since I met you, Josephine. And that can't stop.
Josie, you're so great.
I must be going. But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
Good, I'm glad I could ease burden off your shoulders. Good, good, good. Oh, we were in my room. Where do I need to go? Oh, Vivienne. Hello.
Yes?
You hang out here. No. Tell me about the circle.
I wanted to
Go
ask you
ahead.
about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
How did the rebellion start? Yeah.
How did we come to this state with the circles in revolt?
A failure of perspective that infected Circle leadership. Mages lived solely in a world of Templars and mages. They could not even imagine what was beyond the tower walls. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Oh, right. It's a whole thing of, it was just one thing perpetuated yet another thing and created this environment that caused the mages to feel that they needed to turn to these sort of drastic measures. But then also, oh, it's such a conundrum. Did you know Fiona?
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
Oof. Yeah, that's all I'll talk to you about for now. Dorian, Dorian, where are you, Dorian? Dorian. Hey.
Anything interesting?
Hmm?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius's son. He went to the magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead.
Oh.
The blight caught up with him.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry.
Are you alright?
Oh,
He was ill,
Dorian.
thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know.
Yeah.
Felix used to
I'm
sneak
sorry,
me treats from the
Dorian.
kitchens when I was working late in his father's study.
Hmm.
Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Yeah, were you two involved? Sounds
Were the
like.
two of you...
Yeah.
Felix and I? What an odd
I
question.
don't know, I was just curious.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
What about yourself?
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I.
Oh, Dorian.
Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome.
You're so much fun.
Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas. You made Alexius tranquil.
Oh.
I wish you'd just killed him. He was a decent man once. He deserved to keep his dignity. I hope I don't run into him. That would be more than I could handle.
I'd like to ask you
tell
about
me about the...
Tevinter.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Probably why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness. All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings. I digress. Anything in particular you
that's
wanted to know?
I'm sorry, Dorian, that you disapprove so much. What about slavery? Could Tevinter be an ally? Could Tevinter be an
I'm
ally?
wondering if the Imperium would be a useful ally.
I'd think you'd be more concerned whether or not they'd support the Venatori. They won't, of course. At least, not officially. They'll disavow all knowledge of dangerous cultists. Secretly, many Magisters will rejoice at the idea. And if the South falls to chaos in the meantime, all the better.
Is that smart of
It
them?
would be in the Imperium's best interest to help. Surely it could use
Yeah.
allies.
I think the Imperium gave up on the idea of allies a long time ago.
Right.
We've been fighting the Qunari for what? 200 years off and on? It's a point of pride that we go it alone. They'll sneer at the South behind their silk handkerchiefs and say, "You've had it easy for far too long." Let's not forget that the Inquisition seems to be an arm of the Orlesian Chantry. Anathema so far as they're concerned.
Well, we're not.
We're not part of the Chantry. The Chantry opposed the Inquisition's formation.
Yep.
You think that matters? Don't be silly. The Herald of Andraste. Your very title smacks of the Southern Chantry. You may as well be a heathen.
Oh,
I think they're far
right.
more frightened what you'll do if you succeed.
Yeah, I'll
That's
leave
all I
it
wanted
there
to know.
with you.
Fair enough.
I should go.
As you wish.
Dorian, you're fantastic. I'm sorry I pissed you off with the, with that one decision. Okay, that's the wrong way. Where is up? Up. Oh. Turn stuff in. Turn in research. Oh, nice. Liliana? Hey.
I'm sorry.
What?
So am I.
What happened?
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
I blame Corypheus. Not... It was your G's. I blame Corypheus.
We all saw who attacked us. We know
Yeah.
exactly who to blame. I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
You care for your men. That's
You
good.
look out for
yeah.
your people. That's a good thing, is it? My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
They're soldiers. Our men are not disposable.
Our people aren't
Yeah.
tools to be used and discarded.
We're not
Your
going to be
instincts
that
were
kind of
right.
army.
Their lives matter. Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus... We're better than Corypheus.
Hmm. Hey,
Your open
Liliana?
support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation.
Okay.
If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
I'm not afraid. Always looking to gain. No killing.
You're not planning assassinations, are you? I was planning to unleash Josephine on them.
Oh, good.
She kills with kindness. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage
is
to
really
stand up
great.
for the mages.
You must miss
The
Justinia.
Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling? Oh, you are referring to my outburst in Haven. I am much better now.
Good.
Justinia was such a dear friend, and there were so many things going wrong.
Tell me about it.
Sometimes
Talk
it's
to
best
me.
to talk these things out. I was there when the hero of Ferelden defeated the Archdemon.
Yes, you
We
were.
won the day, and I thought the Maker smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Don't apologize. You were grieving and upset. I understand. Thank you. Now enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
Any updates?
Anything I should know? It seems that the Orlesian army is awaiting our next move. Some of the generals are sympathetic to our cause. Others are still suspicious. Our actions
Right.
are under a great deal of scrutiny.
Right, carry
I'll leave
on.
you to your work.
Okay, where on earth is Solus? I'm so confused. Let's fast travel to there. Let's talk to Varric over here. Okay.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
Yep. What is he?
You said he was a Darkspawn, or a Magister. What is he really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
You beat him before.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we
I
can
don't
do it
remember
again.
battling
We didn't
Corypheus.
just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt.
I do not
makes
remember
me
this
wonder.
plot line at all.
I thought the wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him.
Oh.
Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you find the prison? I don't
How did you
remember
and
a
Hawk even
prison.
wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carta clan. Made them drink darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carta to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus.
Oh?
And they drew us into the prison to get it.
We'll find a way to kill him.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
It isn't your fault, dude.
You had nothing to
couldn't-
do with this,
yeah.
Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carta to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Complete. Well, how about that?
Hey, Solus, what's up? What is going on there? That's some interesting flame. This is beautiful. Hey.
Inquisitor.
Hey. Tell me about Corypheus.
I
What do
need
you
to know
know?
more about Corypheus.
Yeah.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhold. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
I respect you.
You've given
sure.
me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Okay. Tell me about his orb.
I would like to know more about the orb he
Yeah,
carries.
the orb.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect
Used
the
the orb
blast
to
that
create
destroyed
the
the conclave
breach.
was more accident than anything.
Okay.
The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
The orb is elven?
You said that you believed the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Devinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
What will you do next?
What do you think Corypheus will do
Yeah.
next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Devinter.
Oh, you're certain?
You're sure that's
Sure.
what he'll do?
As certain as is possible, assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And
right.
can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who
True.
tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
What is his power base?
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, the ancient Magistars of Devinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the Blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
Okay. Tell me about yourself,
to know more
man.
about
You're
you,
there's
Solus.
something not right
All
about
right.
you.
What can I tell you?
What have you
said
studied?
you'd traveled to many
Yeah.
different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade.
Oh.
Dream in ancient
So
ruins.
it's literally like a
You may see a
upside
city
down
lost to
world.
history. Some
of
my
this
fondest
one.
memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Which battlefields?
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
The fact that this happened 10 years ago is so weird. Tell me what happened.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
Perhaps Alistair could tell you more. Yet even that is just another perspective.
Right. You are
Have you always
oddly
traveled
wise.
and studied alone?
Not at all.
There's something sus
I
about
have
you.
built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen.
I need to
Spirits
bring
of
you,
purpose
Cole and
helped me
you
search.
together.
Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
That's amazing. Wisdom and
I
purpose.
don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
So it's a very
You're saying
fine
that you became
line.
friends with pride
It's like a
and desire
tightrope they're
demons.
walking.
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
I see.
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if
So your mind
is free
affects
of
it.
corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
That's
I'm
fascinating.
impressed that you could become friends
Yeah.
with spirits.
That's
Anyone who
fascinating.
can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
You need a body to be real? I'm not arguing this. Yes, spirits are people,
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your
Yeah.
point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
That was fascinating. We'll leave it there with you, Solus. That was very enlightening, but there's still something and I can't put my finger on it. Hey, is this you? This is you. Hey, my boy. Hey,
Did you
Cullen.
need something?
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Sarah brought me a piece of cake.
Oh, pfft,
She thought I looked hungry
what the heck?
Why are you telling me this?
because it was either an act of kindness or a trap. I was hoping you knew which.
Tell me what's special. Do you have time to talk?
Do you have some time?
For you,
Yeah?
always.
Hey. Oh god, you can do that? That was all. People gossip. Hey.
The commander of
Yeah.
the Inquisition and
People are
the
gonna
Herald
gossip.
of Andraste. That
y-
will have people
yep.
talking.
You wouldn't believe how quickly gossip spreads through the barracks.
Does it bother you?
I would rather our private affairs remain that way.
Yeah.
But if there were nothing here for people to talk about, I would regret it more.
The fact that I'm Dalish?
The day you kissed me on the battlements. How long had you wanted to do that?
Longer than I should admit.
That I'm Dalish never bothered you.
I hadn't considered. Elves weren't treated differently in the circles I served.
Right.
I didn't think what it might mean to you. I hope that doesn't... I mean, does it bother you?
No, of course
No.
not.
If you care for me, that's all that matters. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
I'm not very good at this, am I? If I seem unsure, it's because it's been a long time since I've wanted anyone in my life. I wasn't expecting to find that here. Or you.
Hey, should we do it?
Think you
Let's
could
do
slip
it.
away?
I believe so. Wait for me.
Oh, so we just get this ridiculous cutscene. Why did they leave the office to do this? You have more privacy in the office? I don't understand this. Okay. Anything else we can do?
It's good to see you.
Hey.
Do you have some time?
Is there something on your mind?
Oh, so you can just do that multiple times.
Perhaps we can talk later.
I would hope so. Was there something you needed?
Let me adopt
You and the
Samson.
Red Templars leader seem to
Yeah.
have personal history.
When I arrived in Kirkwall, Samson and I shared quarters. He
Oh.
seemed a decent man at first. Knight Commander Meredith later expelled Samson for erratic behavior. He ended up begging on Kirkwall streets.
Oh yeah, we
He committed
encountered
further
him.
crimes, but managed to evade the Order's justice.
Hmm.
Now Samson serves Corypheus as his loyal general.
Why would he serve
Why do you think
Corypheus?
Samson
Yeah.
joined Corypheus?
He had a chronic lyrium addiction. He spent every last coin buying it from local smugglers.
Ooh,
Perhaps
bad
Corypheus
addiction.
flattered his vanity, gave him purpose as well as lyrium. Perhaps that's all it took.
Don't let Samson, I almost pity
Sounds
him.
like Samson had a miserable life.
The Order expelled him, but he had choices. He could have found another path. I don't understand how he became so powerful.
Yeah.
Even with red lyrium, Samson's glory days are long behind him.
Well, I hope we get explanations for this stuff.
Did you need something?
That's all, so.
That's all for now.
Another time then.
Okay. There's people down here. Ooh, that was a big one. Alright, I think there's several people here. Who do we have? We
Inquisitor.
should probably talk to Sarah. Where is Sarah? Blackwall and stuff, I think they're in here. Hey, Iron Bowl. Let's talk.
What's going on?
Tell me about the
I'd
Canary.
like to know more about the Kunari.
Yeah,
You
let's
writing a
talk.
book?
Not the response I was expecting. They sound interesting.
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you
Tell
heard
me.
was mostly horse shit.
Bummer.
All right. What do you want to know?
What does Canary mean?
The word Kunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of.
Okay, so it's
The
like,
humans and elves
Jew.
who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The
okay.
Kunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
What about Kunari who existed before the Kyun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
Fascinating. Day-to-day life. And... day-to-day life.
How is
Yeah.
everyday life different for Kunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Valroyo gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
Except the baker isn't
It can't be
free?
exactly the same. The Kunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Valroyo
Very,
has?
very bit.
Life
Yeah.
isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's
That's
fresh,
actually
or
very
will they
true.
come late and blame her because it's stale? Same crap in Valroyo. People are just people.
You make this a lot more clear than Sten ever does. Sten makes the Kunari so freaking confusing and unclear. Iron Bowl. How do they govern?
How do the Kunari
Yeah.
rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Canari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Canari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements.
Okay.
Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
Ah.
I've heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex?
What?
Oh, we definitely
Okay.
have sex. They're
That was confusing
Tomassarans
for a
who pop your
moment.
cork whenever you need it.
Huh.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
I don't know what to say.
That sounds different.
Yep. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redheads.
Oh, so that. Yeah, I'll leave it there for now with you.
See you later.
Interesting.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Hey, I learned so much more in one conversation with Iron Bull
Yes, sir.
than I did an entire game of Stan. Or even...
Oh. I see.
We'll make good use of it.
Thank you. Maker, I hope it's not me.
Cassandra. We should go quickly talk to Cassandra. And then... Now that I have a better understanding of the Qunari, I'm not as weird. I don't find them as strange. But where are we? Okay.
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Can I help?
Something I can help you with?
Yes, possibly. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order.
Okay.
What we didn't
Right.
see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Could they be dead?
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
What if they're infected?
But
Yeah.
they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I
Okay.
assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do
Good
the same
point.
to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
This is important to you, obviously.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll help with companion quests. As long as they're... yeah. Okay, actually, this is perfect, because I chit-chatted with her about that, and now I can check in. I think somebody was done with their thing already. Obsidian? Okay, that wasn't that great.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
On what? Yeah, let's
Inquisitor.
have you do that. I think this is where I have to go. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go to the, what's Imajiggy? Over here, wait for, Colin's thing to be done at the war table. Oh, I can do something here. Let's do this.
Mayor Gregory Dedrick of Crestwood is present for betraying his own constituents. He confesses
What?
that 10 years ago, he
Oh,
flooded
right.
Old Crestwood to kill refugees and villagers touched by the Blight.
Right, you.
The mayor claims it was to spare the rest of Crestwood, but we only have his word.
He has a chance to prove it.
If the mayor has anything to say in his defense, let him speak.
There's no cure for the blight. But I couldn't convince anyone to leave a sick child or husband behind.
So you herded the infected into one place and flooded Old Crestwood. Were no innocents caught in the waters?
Nearly
Take that.
everyone in the village had the blight. I swear it. Have mercy. I couldn't tell the survivors I'd drowned their own families to save them. I couldn't.
Exile for Alden and lock him up. I feel like locking him up is a good punishment for this. The best I can do is exile. I'll give, Ferelden can lock him up.
You committed murder on Ferelden's soil. Let them deal with your punishment. Send him to Denerim. He can live the rest of his life behind their bars.
In prison? Maker. I should have drowned with them.
Okay. Yep. Great. Now I have one of the thrones. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna mess around with all the stuff that we've got. Hopefully Colin will be done with his thing. Colin is done. Great. What's this? Chapter 6. I haven't been reading stuff. I never read stuff. Special shipments? Oh.
Where'd you learn to hammer?
Oh, wow. Is this what I have on? That's what I have on. And then this